Hollywood was left reeling after reports surfaced confirming that George Clooney, the Oscar-winning actor, philanthropist, and global humanitarian, has been diagnosed with a chronic form of cancer. For a man who has always appeared in total control of his public and private life, this diagnosis hit like a freight train, and those closest to him say it has left him absolutely crushed. The disease, which sources close to the family have described as progressive and extremely concerning, didn't reveal itself immediately. George, 63, had quietly been dealing with symptoms that he initially chalked up to exhaustion and the natural effects of aging. Fatigue, night sweats, unexpected weight loss, all subtle signs he brushed off while continuing to juggle film projects, public appearances, and most importantly, family life. But when these symptoms intensified, there was no choice but to seek answers. What came next shattered the illusion of security he'd built over the years. If anyone was more shocked than George himself, it was his wife, Amal Clooney. The accomplished international human rights lawyer, known for her composed and resilient nature, reportedly fell into total disbelief upon hearing the diagnosis. According to insiders, Amal was present at the hospital the moment doctors broke the news. Her reaction: total silence, followed by a moment of breathless stillness. No words, just wide, stunned eyes filled with tears that refused to fall until the room emptied. Witnesses say she later broke down privately in the hallway, not in dramatic sobs, but in quiet devastation, the kind that changes everything. Amal has always been George's anchor, his guiding light, the one person who grounds him in purpose and peace. But even for someone as intellectually and emotionally strong as Amal, this diagnosis was simply too much to absorb at once. As expected, the Clooneys have pulled back from public life to navigate this crisis in solitude. Their Lake Como estate in Italy, once a haven for celebrity getaways and romantic vacations, has now become a shelter for healing, reflection, and medical consultations. George and Amal are using the time to be with their 6-year-old twins, Ella and Alexander, who are said to be blissfully unaware of the full extent of their father's condition. George, who has always valued privacy when it comes to his family, is reportedly spending quiet mornings with his children, sharing laughter, stories, and moments of warmth even while fighting through physical discomfort. For Amal, each day is now measured by moments of hope and subtle signs of progress. Their marriage, which has always been described as grounded in deep respect and admiration, is being tested in unimaginable ways. What's perhaps most striking is how George Clooney is handling this moment, not with bitterness or public drama, but with a quiet grace that's both heartbreaking and inspiring. Although crushed by the diagnosis, he is reportedly considering using his platform in the near future to raise awareness about the disease. He's said to be journaling privately and talking to medical professionals about the possibility of turning his experience into something that could help others. The exact type of cancer has been kept confidential, but sources say it requires ongoing treatments, regular scans, and a massive shift in daily lifestyle. George has always been known for his confidence, his charisma, and his drive. But now, he is being forced to surrender to the unknown, to vulnerability, and in that surrender, many believe, he's becoming even more deeply human. If this diagnosis has revealed anything, it's the unbreakable bond between George and Amal Clooney. In a world where celebrity marriages often crumble under far less pressure, theirs is proving to be an example of unwavering loyalty and compassion. Amal, though in total shock, is doing everything in her power to remain present, strong, and nurturing, both for George and for their children. She has reportedly paused nearly all her legal obligations and speaking engagements to care for her husband. This is not the Amal we see delivering speeches at the UN or holding world leaders accountable. This is the Amal behind closed doors, the mother, the wife, the fierce protector of her family. She's gone into full guardian mode, a source said. She's advocating for George medically, emotionally, and spiritually. If she could take this illness on herself, she would. The road ahead is uncertain. George Clooney's diagnosis is chronic, meaning it's something he may have to live with and manage for the rest of his life. Treatments are ongoing. Some days are better than others. But one thing remains constant: the immense love that surrounds him. As Hollywood watches one of its brightest lights face the darkest chapter of his life, fans around the world are sending messages of strength and healing. George Clooney may be crushed by this diagnosis, but he is not defeated. Not yet. Not ever. And through it all, Amal remains by his side, a silent warrior, devastated but unwavering, shocked but deeply in love. Thank you for watching this intimate look into the lives of George and Amal Clooney during one of the most painful times imaginable. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more powerful updates on this story and others like it. This isn't just about celebrity news, it's about the human experience, in all its raw, emotional truth.